Hey everyone, over here, welcome back to my channel. How's everyone doing today? I'm really excited because I'm going to play around with a kit that I picked up from MAC, and this is the Patrick Starrr MAC, and these are like made to look like little luggages. And this particular kit is called The Boy About Town. When I purchased this, it was $49.50, I believe. If I'm incorrect, I'll correct myself in the video for the kit. And basically what you get in it is this eyeshadow palette that mimics the thing that's, I guess, supposed to look like a trunk. And then you get one of these lippies, and this is the red one, so I'm going to use this one today, and it's called Patty Pout, I believe. And there's a whole story behind this. If I remember, I'll tell it throughout the story of why he called it that. And this particular kit, I saw that it was on sale. I'm trying to remember where. I think it was Macy's, a couple of like little retail places. Ulta had it at one point. I don't know if they still have it. And there was another one too. I was gonna say Sephora, but Sephora's actually not selling MAC, but they do sell it in Canada. They don't sell it here though in Sephora. Anyways, I will link down below if you can still get this kit. It is $22.50 if I remember correctly. If I'm incorrect, I'll correct myself. So enough rambling, and let's just get into it. We're gonna start with the eyes. Let me just put the box here so I don't drop it. And how cute is this palette? Love the design. It reminds me kind of Louis Vuitton. You know, the colors, the luggage, all that stuff. So here are the shades, and has a little plastic on it. Let me take the plastic off because it's reflecting over from my ring light. So here are those shades. And as I'm using them, I will say what names they are because they don't have the names here, but the names are on the back. So I'm going to prime my eyes first, and I'm going to remember to do that today. I'm going to start with the MAC Paint Pot. I'll be using a lot of MAC in this video. If you didn't know, it's one of my favorite brands, but this video is no way sponsored at all in any shape or form. So let's get into it. Let me get a buffing brush. There is a brush I used to apply this. Let me grab that. All right, I found the brush, and it's from Sigma. This is the Precision Flat P80. These brushes are so great for doing the whole entire eyelid. And the shade that I'm using is called Utterly Becoming. This is not available anymore. This is a limited edition one, but they do have one that's very close to it. And if I remember correctly, it's called Laying Glow. So we're just gonna swirl that in here and put that on. So just go on with any eye primer of your choice. I'm going to be looking down in my mirror here to apply it so you guys can hopefully see what I'm doing. And I try not to put too much. And what I like about this brush is that you see how quickly it applied that primer. It just went on so easily and effortlessly. And let me know if you guys, I didn't get enough, if you prefer the way this video looks or the last video I did, because I am filming today with my iPhone XS Max. And I decided to use that because for me, it's just easier to grab my iPhone, click it on, and not worrying about it, you know, focusing or whatever. Because I did notice in my last video that some clips didn't look as focused as I wanted them to. So we're just buffing that in. I'm just hoping. Okay, that is on. All right, great. So now I want to set this, which I didn't grab a powder. I forgot to grab a powder. I thought I had everything. This happened, so be right back. Okay, so we're going to go in with my Kat Von D, and I'm just going to use the lighter shade. This one is called Levitation. This one right here. And I'm going to set that thing with that. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush. If I don't mention the brush that I'm using or the product, just check in the description box, or I will put it as I'm working along in the video. Okay, so we don't need too much. I just want to set that nicely. Typically, I will use like a eyeshadow or a powder, depending on the day. So I'm just buffing that. I might have put a little too much on this eye. At least, maybe it's the lights. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that looks good. Okay, so I got my Sigma E25 blending brush. This is a travel size one. I've had this brush since I started my YouTube channel. That's how long I've had this brush. They used to always give like little travel size ones, you know, whenever you place an order. So anyways, I'm going to go into this shade right here. I'm going to crease all the way over the lid. I don't know the name of it, but I will put it right in the video for you guys. So we're going to go in with this shade right here because the names are on the back, but they're not in order. So let's just get on with this color. But it's a cool taupey shade. It's a little bit darker than Warm Taupe from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is one of my favorite transition shades. So we're just gonna go in the transition crease with it. And I have a question for you guys. When you do your makeup, right? I watch tons of YouTube videos, and I feel that sometimes when I do my makeup, it doesn't quite look like those videos that I watch. And I do understand that a lot of them are like, you know, professional artists or whatever, so they have years of putting on makeup. So I just want to know, do you guys have that same... I love this shade, it's so pretty. It's going on really nicely too. You see right there? Do you feel like you have the same issue when you do your makeup? I don't know if it's that maybe I just don't apply enough product. I'm just dipping back in because I really want to intensify my crease today. Or is it just that, you know, I'm not doing it properly? I don't know. These are things that I think about when I do my makeup because, you know, I try to really recreate sometimes some looks on my own. And then I'm just left like, that looks nothing like what I just watched. But then there's times when I do my makeup that I feel like that I'm doing, you know, it came out exactly how I pictured in my head. So maybe it has to do with just how I'm feeling that day. I don't know. Let me know if you guys think about these things as well when you're doing your makeup. So I'm just going back in and really buffing that out. This brush is awesome. If you guys have not tried it, you should definitely get it. I had a bigger one of this. I'm going to get a little bit more for this side because I feel like I need a little bit more. But I gave it to my niece because she didn't have any makeup, my brother's daughter. And I just gave her some of my brushes that I had because I have so many brushes. And I gave her some makeup just to start her out because she wanted to start using makeup. So... yeah, and I keep meaning to purchase another one, a longer one, but I keep forgetting. Okay, so we've applied that color effortlessly, and I'm trying to decide if I want to keep smoking it down, because I was thinking of smoking the whole eye with it. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to continue with that, because there's this nice like red color in here, but I don't know. I'm thinking about that color. So we're just going to go on the lid and just really buff that color out as well. And I'm not really using a shader brush. Normally I would use a shader brush to apply a color on the lid, but where I just want to buff out the color, this is a really easy way to do smoky eye too. Like say you want to do smoky eye, intensify the color in your crease first with a blending brush, then take the same shade and just, you know, buff it on your eye like that, and you'll have a smoky eye in less than 5 minutes. And speaking of smoky eye, I'm going to tell you guys a story about the first time I did a smoky eye. This was back in the 90s. I would see all the time in the magazines all how to do, you know, these beautiful smoky eyes. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't even think that will look great on me. So then one day I was just sitting in my kitchen and I just sat there with some makeup. At the time I was, I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Was I selling Mary Kay? I think I was selling Mary Kay at the time. And I had some stuff, and they had come out with like this, like a quad like this, but it was like cream shadows. So I just went in with the cream shadows, and I actually sat there and I looked at a magazine and I mimicked the look, and I was so surprised at how well it came out. I was so happy. And then after that I was like, oh, what was I so worried about? You know, it came out just perfectly. And from then on, I did smoky eyes here and there. Not all the time, but I felt more confident is what I'm trying to say in doing them. So this is how the eyes look so far with that shade that I put on. And I absolutely love it. Like this color, I would totally just wear it like this, put on some mascara, some eyeliner, and any color lip, you know, whatever, blush, whatever, and just real easy peasy go out the door. I really do like this shade. It's really, really nice, and it just blends so well. I love MAC eyeshadows. Okay, enough rambling there. So which color should we go in next? Typically, I would say to just go into this color right here, this really dark color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke out the eyeliner with this shade. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of this red color. It's like a cranberry shade. I'm going to go with this. I'm going to try to do something different, and maybe go into the crease a little bit on the outer edge. What brush should I use for that? Let's try this brush from Real Technique. It's the Instapop shade brush. I haven't tried it. And it looks like it'll be big enough. So let's go in with this shade. And it's very pigmented. So we're just gonna go, I'm gonna smoke it out on the outside a little bit, maybe. Yes, let's see how that looks. I honestly didn't know what kind of look I was gonna create. I mean, I should say that I had one particular look in mind, and then I kind of changed my mind. So let's go in with this color. And these Real Technique brushes are so good. They really blend in really well, really well. I think I'm gonna end up doing a very smoky eye at this rate. I can already feel it in my bones. That's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna do that. Okay, you guys can see that. I'm trying to be neat about it because it was a little messy last time. So what do you think? Should I go across the whole lid with this, maybe? Is that gonna be too much though with a red lip? That's my thing. Or should I put a little bit of this gold color? Why don't we do that? Let's put some of this gold color right here, and then I'll smoke it out with this. I'm trying to use all the colors, so let's get another brush. Here's my shader brush. I'm gonna use the shader brush for that. And this one is a little bit shimmery. I probably should have used the NYX glitter primer, but let's just put this one on and see how it does without it. And we're just gonna pack that on. Can you guys see that? It's such, ooh, this is a nice color. It's very pigmented. And I'm gonna overlay a little bit over that gold. I mean the gold over that like maroon. It's like cranberry. These are perfect fall shades. Okay. I think that doesn't look bad. All right, so I'm gonna go back in with the E25 brush, take a little bit more of that color, that taupey color, and I'm gonna smoke out a little bit more. I feel like I have to bring it up a little bit higher. And put a little bit on the outer corner here. All right, so now let me get a very detailed brush for that darker color. This color right here. The names will appear as I go, like I mentioned. So this is the E21 from Sigma. And we're just gonna put it on right now like eyeliner. Almost reach into that red one by mistake, that cranberry color. And this is a great way too, like if you're gonna put eyeliner on and you're not too sure, just draw out a little map for yourself with the eyeshadow, and then you can trace over it with eyeliner. Originally, oh, this is a little one of mine. I was going to use this to just smoke out the eye, but changed my mind. I could do another look like that, I guess, another time. I wasn't originally planning to use the gold shade, but here we are using gold. So there, I gave myself right away. Look at the difference. I love doing that to my eyelashes, like rimming them with a brown or black, because it immediately looks like I have more eyelashes than I genuinely have. And you could leave it like this and keep it simple. I might end up smoking it on the bottom. I haven't quite decided. So let's do the other eye. Let's see if we could mimic that on the other eye. All right, let me get the same, I was gonna say ColourPop, the same Real Techniques brush, and go into this color right here and just pack it on. Try to stay even. Try to get them to look like twins, or at least sisters. Yeah, so here we go. The other day, my sister, my twin sister, we were talking. She was doing her daughter's hair, and she was saying that it's interesting how that she does, you know, she's always doing hair, and I do makeup. Like, I've always done makeup on people since a young age. I've always been interested in it. And she said that basically we should open a place where she does the hair and I do the makeup. And I was like, that's not a bad idea. That's something, you know, we could do. I think I got enough on that side. Put a little bit more, and then we'll do the gold shade. And get that brush. Where did I put it? Oh, here we go. So we're going with that gold shade again. I almost got the wrong color there for a second. And sometimes too, when I do my makeup, I feel like because my eyes are so, you know, I have a lot of space on the lid. When I do my makeup, I feel that sometimes, like, when I look down, it looks like there's like a gap. I try to always, you know, fill it in as much as possible, but does not always work out. And try to match up the eyes here. They look about even. This one, I don't know, this one looks different. This one looks like it's more like going like this, and this one feels like it's more like that. I don't know. Let's put a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't want to keep messing with it, and then it's too, you know, I end up messing it up. So now let's put that dark shade on this eye here with this, the E21. And this does not have to be, this eye I have to close it to do, because I usually don't do eyeliner on camera. It doesn't have to be perfect either when you do this, because we're just putting the shadow to fill in the gaps. But what I'll do is I'll go back in and look at it and see if I need to fine tune it. And it really is supposed to look more like it's smudged, not a perfect line. So don't worry about that. All right. That looks about right. I might need a little bit more when I looked at my mirror here to be smudged a little bit more. So that just helps you to not have a whole step like the eyeliner and stuff like that. So that's just a little tip for you guys. A lot of, oh, I just blew it away. A lot of fallout with this one, which is okay. Most eyeshadows like that have that. So most likely we're going to smoke out underneath the eye. So let's brush off. Definitely gonna put this red shade here, cranberry shade, I should say cranberry, on the bottom. Didn't I grab a different brush? I thought I did one to help smoke out a bigger than this one. This one's pretty small, but we're just gonna go in with this one. And I just dusted off on a microfiber cloth that I have. And I really have to be quiet when I do that. I don't want to poke myself in the eye because that would hurt. And I have done that before. I do apologize if I'm looking down, but I don't have a, you know, to look at myself. Can you guys see how that? So this is more like, if I know it looks kind of smoky on the eye, but that's just from the fallout. Like if I wiped it off, you could just wear it like that and just keep it intense up here and nothing under here. And I just decided to smoke it on the bottom because just today I'm in that kind of mood. But another day I could recreate this look and not do it at all. So let's go under here. I'll try to look in the camera this time. Ooh, it's got in my eye a little bit. I think it looks darker. It's like because I used this shade and now this shade, I think it kind of got mixed, so it looks the way it did, which is fine because I was gonna do that. I was just gonna put the red and then, you know, the cranberry color and then this color too. So it just shows up more dark. So we definitely got a smoky eye. All right, so now I need to put on eyeliner and I'm definitely gonna put mascara on, but I'm trying to decide, should I put eyeliner on or just leave it like that? And then the other thing I was trying to think too, am I going to wear false lashes? I highly doubt that I'm gonna put false eyelashes on because the last time I put them on, they looked pretty, but they were very uncomfortable. I'm so not used to wearing them anymore. So where did I put the eyeliner? Let me grab my eyeliner. I'm gonna put that on and then I will be back because I want to show you this mascara. I love this mascara I'm gonna put on, so I'll be right back. I decided to go with the black eyeliner because I forgot that I had this other eyeliner in mind, but I don't have it anymore. So when we went in with the Perversion from Urban Decay. I love this eyeliner. It's super black and it goes in my waterline and it stays there. So the mascara I wanted to try on camera really for you guys to see today is from Revlon, and this is the Volume Plus Length Magnified. I never got to do a video on this mascara. This is the second or third tube that I bought of this, and I've been just using it because I really haven't honestly posted every makeup look that I've created, when I created it, and when I did wear makeup I kept it very simple. So that's the wand on it, and it's a drugstore mascara. It's very inexpensive. I think it's under, depends where you get it, it's between $4 to $8 depending where you get it at, and if they have it on sale. And they do sell like a double pack, which is great. So I wanted you guys to see. I love how it makes my eyelashes look. I want to show, hopefully you guys can see. I know this looks weird. My eyes are watering a lot today. I don't know what that's about, but it was happening even before I started filming. So can you guys see that? Probably a little harder to see because of the, you know, all the colors I have on. I think it's more noticeable when I'm not wearing such a colorful eye. But I really like this mascara. It really lengthens and volumizes my eyelashes. And I know people like they rim, I don't want to use that finger, sorry, rim on here the eye. I never put eyeliner there. I just don't like how it looks, honestly, on me anyways. And I still haven't taken off the fallout. I will in a minute. I'm gonna do my eyebrows after, use my other hand, after we do the face, because I don't want to wipe it off by accident. I remember with the particular thing I'm gonna use, the brow gel. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. The brow gel I'm going to use really locks in your brows. There's so many good mascaras out there. It's like hard to not keep using the same one over again, because honestly I wanted to get another tube of the NARS Climax mascara. Love that mascara, but I'm like, okay, it's not fair for my channel if I keep wearing the same mascara all the time. I think you guys get pretty tired of it. Or maybe, no, let me finish putting this on. I'll be right back. Okay, let's wipe off the fallout with the F35 before we start doing the face. And my eyes are watering. I don't know, I woke up really sensitive to light and stuff today. Does that ever happen to you guys? It happens to me every now and then. And I was going to save this foundation to use it in a brand video, like everything from this company, but I really wanted to share with you guys today, so that if you are interested, they have a promotion with Sephora, and it's the Fenty Beauty foundation. You get this little mini one. You have to do a $25 purchase, and I don't remember the code, but I'll put it here for you guys. And I wanted to try it out sooner than later is what I'm trying to say, so that you guys can get it if it's still available. So we're gonna prime my face today with the Makeup Forever Step 1 in the Nourishing primer. This is to make my skin really dewy, because I mentioned before my skin's been really dry, and where this foundation I believe has a matte, it's either matte or semi-matte finish. I wanted to put something more hydrating underneath today, and I'm not going to put it on my forehead because I don't know why when I put foundation primer, like face primer, on my forehead, I immediately get creasing. And the funny thing is that when I don't do that, I do not get creasing. So I find that interesting. My face feels so good with that primer on. I absolutely love it. It's really nourishing. hence the name. So here is the foundation. Isn't it cute? This cute little bottle. And this is shade 260. I love miniature things. And it comes with a pump. How cool is that? That to me is awesome when companies do things like this. Like even in a sample, they give you, like if it's the actual bottle that you're purchasing. So we're gonna apply it with this Ulta Beauty Precision Foundation brush. I am in love with these brushes from Sigma. If you guys have not tried them, you need to. They are good. So I'm gonna just pump it really onto the brush. So I don't want to put it on my hands. I keep meaning to get out this little plate that I purchased for that reason. So when I put on makeup. So can you see the color right there? I think it's gonna match me. So let's do that. 1, 2. And then, oh, that might be a lot. This might be a little bit lighter, but yeah, we'll make it work. Like Tim Gunn says, make it work. Do you guys even remember who Tim Gunn is from Project Runway? All right, this is shaking. Why are you shaking, camera? It's the pod. You see how nicely this brush applies it? It's like it just paints it on. And then it buffs it at the same time. So I'm gonna try to not keep my arms on the table, even though I typically do that, because I don't want the camera to shake for you guys. Can you see that? How effortlessly this brush is applying my foundation right now. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this feels really good. My hair, sorry. The foundation feels really, really well, like on my face, doing the tip of my nose. Because a lot of times I notice that when I do my makeup, I don't get enough on the tip of my nose. And then when I go and I look, I'm like, huh, I have no foundation there. So let's put some down here. The neck a little bit. And that's just maybe 2 pumps. But it's a small bottle, so I did like, you know, quickly. And now we're gonna do the forehead. And I believe the color oxidized just a little bit, not too much. You might need a little bit more to cover my forehead because I think I put too much everywhere else. So this might be a good shade match. I'm gonna get a little bit more because I'm assuming, I got like a half a pump. I'm assuming because it's a matte finish, it dries faster. Keep that in mind when you are gonna use this foundation to do section by section, because it dries quickly, in my opinion. Oops, sorry about that, guys. I forget sometimes that I'm filming. See why I wanted to wait to do my eyebrows? Because I just went over them. And we're gonna go down the nose to get into that area we didn't get with foundation. And I think we got everywhere. You look in this mirror. So I'm gonna say that the coverage is definitely buildable, medium to full. This is just a tiny little breakout I have, so just ignore that. That's not gonna always get covered. I could cover that with concealer, which I'm super excited to use that concealer I'm gonna use today. But I really love the way this looks. Oh my God, I see why so many people are in love with this foundation. And where it's matte, typically when I put on something that's super matte, it just does not look good on my skin. So I'm just gonna wipe this off a little bit. There's a little makeup on there. I think I'm making a bigger mess. Okay, let's not fixate on that. We'll do that later. So I really like how that looks. Oh my God, it looks great. All right, so we're gonna go in with this concealer. I told you guys I was gonna pick it up in my last video, and I literally did. I ordered it the same day, so I have it right here again. And this is a Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Foundation. I was gonna say, I know they have a foundation, which I wanna try now that I've tried this concealer. And this is in Dulce de Leche. And this concealer is $22. You hear me? $22, but look at the size. I was expecting when I was gonna go buy some, like, I was gonna be maybe like 30 bucks. $22. This is great. And it's the same size, if not, let me grab the, so here's a comparison for you guys in size. It's the same size as the Tarte Shape Tape in height and everything. And let's see, how much does this one have? Can I see that? This has, ooh, how much does this have in it? I can't see that. This has 10 mil, right? Is that right? 10 milliliters, and this one has, is this a 14? 14. So this, technically this one has a little bit more, and this one costs more money. I know that. And let me tell you something, from these two, I like this one more. So let me continue putting this one on. Let's see what the applicator is like. See how it smells. This actually smells like, what does it smell like? I don't smell anything. So it has a doe foot applicator, which is good. It's fine for me. Let's go in. I'm going to do one eye at a time. I'm getting in the habit, I'm trying to get in the habit of doing that whenever I put on any like eye product, just do one eye and then do the next one. So we're going to go in again with that buffing concealer brush from Ulta. I absolutely love this brush. Oh my god, I'm in love with this concealer. Like, it goes on so well. Let's look up. Bring it all the way up here to clean up any messes. I'm looking in my mirror as I'm doing that to get any little mistakes out here. And hopefully I will not forget to do my eyebrows. Oh my god, I gotta tell you guys another story time. One day, right? This is when I was just sitting around playing with makeup one day. I forgot, I'm shading it, buffing it on my nose. I completely forgot to put on, was it mascara? Yes, I used, that's when It's Judy Times palette came out. I was sitting there playing with my makeup and I was so happy and just into it or whatever. And I completely forgot to put on mascara. That's how into it that I got. Can you guys see that? Look at that. No concealer with concealer. I really am in love and impressed with it. So if you haven't picked it up, definitely pick it up. I think it's worth the money. $22 is cheaper than the Tarte Shape Tape. I know everybody loves that concealer, but don't hate me. It's okay. I don't think it's all that. Not for the hype that everyone gave it. So we're going to go in with LORAC with the same Real Techniques brush, and we're going to set this. And I have to remind myself to not put so much powder because this concealer is so good. Because even like when I put on like my MAC one, I do love it. But I find that sometimes when I have really bad dark eye circles, it doesn't do enough. So I kind of have to apply it again. All right, so let's do the other eye. And I don't believe in putting like that whole triangle and all that stuff like that. I, for one, like I was saying, I cut off, sorry. Do not believe that you have to put so much concealer under your eye. Let's try to cover up that little blemish we have. Put some on the side of the nose to help when we put on the glasses later. So I'm just slowly cleaning up under here. And I really like how effortlessly, you see that? I'm not putting any pressure, how that brush just slides across. And I know it's the product and it's the brush. So let's buff that in. One more pass. And now we're going to get the powder and set that. And that's another thing. We're going to go with the same powder, so I don't have to show it to you again, I don't think. That I wanted to mention. I find that a lot of times people, the way they do their makeup, like now that that whole, you know, baking and all that stuff is in, I don't feel like everybody needs to do that. I really don't think that you have to sit there and watch a tutorial and do step by step. Because for instance, like me, I'm someone that has dry skin. Oh my, look at that. It's like, hello, so flawless. Oh my God, I love this concealer. I'm in love with it. Anyways, like I was saying, I don't feel like it's necessary to really bake. Everyone doesn't need to do that. If you have oily skin, okay, go right ahead. Because I know that when you have oily skin, your makeup literally slides off your face. But I feel like if you're someone who has dry skin, baking is just going to make your pores, emphasize your pores. Like, it's not going to be a pretty look. So I don't think you need to do that, you know? So I think that when you are watching someone, you should just kind of take into account the steps and not necessarily the method that they do for themselves, because makeup is really personalized is what I'm trying to say. So I feel like you should really customize it to what works for you, what will look better for you, not necessarily what's on trend, because I don't think that that look is for everyone. And I think also that when you're younger, you really shouldn't wear that much makeup, because first of all, you tend to have typically, I know some people have problems getting when they're younger. You tend to have really nice skin and you're really packing on all this makeup and you're hiding, you know, one of your true assets. So I think everything has a time and a place, and you just kind of have to fine tune it. So that's why I say just sit down and play with your makeup and try different things. Yeah, you could try the trends or whatever, but really be honest with yourself and say, does this look good on me, or am I just doing it because it's what's on trend and I'm trying to be trendy like everybody else? You know what I mean? So you have to ask yourself those questions and then, you know, kind of like take it from there, because a lot of times I see people's makeup and I'm just like, ooh, you shouldn't have taken that that step and done it that way, and that's too much, and it just doesn't go. And if you went and you took the time and you kind of like was honest with yourself, you'll be like, okay, I don't like this, let me try something else. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just rambling right now. I don't think I'm making any sense. I hope that made sense to you guys. Okay, so we're gonna apply bronzer. We're gonna use the Ulta beauty brush, and we're gonna go into the Marc Jacobs. This is a mini one that I have. I do have the bigger one, but the mini one was closer, so we're just gonna go with that. So we're just gonna apply that. So just experiment, you know, with makeup. Sit there. I'm gonna try to go slower because it's bouncing my camera, and I don't want it to bounce on you guys. But yeah, just sit there and play around with makeup. Don't be afraid of it. Like everyone always says, well, what I'm trying to say is, for instance, if you say to yourself, I can't do makeup, I don't know how to do makeup, you will never know how to do makeup, and you will never be good at it. It's like anything in life. I'm going to switch over hands so you can see the side. If you say you can't do something, you never will. That's just the rule of thumb in life. If you set yourself up for failure, you will fail. That's just how it is. Just think of it as when you're doing your makeup, you're painting, you're coloring something, and you'll be fine. You will be fine. Do you really believe that everyone who does makeup, like makeup artists, it came to them that naturally? Maybe some of them did, but not all of them. I'm sure some of them had to have, like, you know, trial and errors, and they did it the first time and they were like, oh my god, this is so ugh, and then they just went and they did it again. Just like people who are artists at doing hair. Like for me, it came very naturally for me to do women's hair because, you know, that's whose hair I did most. I always did my cousin's hair, so that's where I had the most practice. But I remember when I went to work for Supercuts, 95% of my customers were male, and the only people's males, I should say, hair that I ever cut was my brother and my younger brother. And if I messed up their hair, they weren't like, oh, if you messed up my hair, they were like, oh, if it looks good or whatever, you know, being supportive and all that. But I knew that I'd had hacked their hair. Let me tell you, I did some hack haircuts, learning how to do blending. You know, clipper cuts are not easy like you think they are. It's really an art. It takes time, practice, all that stuff. So props to those barbers out there who do what they do, because it's not easy to do. So I learned really how to get really confident in cutting men's hair working there. But had I not had that experience and not just say, well, you know what, if I mess up, I mess up, I could always, you know, have someone help me fix it or whatever. If I didn't try, I would have never gotten good at cutting men's hair, is what I'm trying to say. I do apologize that I'm going to use this blush, but I love this blush and I haven't used it, and it's right there, swatch for you guys so you can see. If I could find some dupes, I will have them listed down below. And this is from LORAC, and this is called Velvet Rope. This is one of the blushes I've had the longest, let me tell you. Where is my blush brush? Oh, here it is. Real Techniques blush brush. And I was going to use the MAC one. Oh, I took a little too much, but I decided not to, because that one for me, I've used it plenty of times. So we're gonna go in with this blush. It's so pretty, and I will look for some dupes for you guys. Oh, let me not go ham, because this is a pigmented blush. I'm already messing up. All right, so let's do this. And let me tell you guys, I am loving this Fenty foundation. Wow, my skin looks really, really nice. Looks flawless. And we're going to put I've been liking to put the blush just right here, not really extend it up as much. I don't know, something new with me. So now we have to do eyebrows. Can't forget eyebrows. Okay. What am I thinking of? I just thought of it. Highlighter. I'm debating if I should use the Patrick Starrr one because we seem kind of like with the blush alone. Or should I just really go all out and do Mírame from Desi and Katie? Let me grab both of them and see which one I'm going to use. All right. So here we have Mírame, which to me kind of reminds me of the Becca Jaclyn Hill one. Really reminds me of that one. So we're gonna either put that one on, or we're gonna go in with the Patrick Starrr one from the summer collection. It's called Hot and Heavy, and it's really not that bam. It's a very light highlight. So I don't know, if you kind of look at them, they both look the same. This one's a little more intense. This one's a little lighter. So I don't know. You know what? I'm feeling like we're just gonna go with Mírame. Actually, no. We're gonna save this one. I already have a look at mine. We're gonna go with the Patrick Starrr one because I don't want to overdo it. I already have a feeling it's gonna be too much. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the Patrick Starrr one. I decided to because I'm gonna use the Mírame one in another video I'm planning to do. So here it is. This is Hot and Heavy. And we're just gonna go with the F35 brush. And this one is a very light sheen. That's why I'm putting it on because I feel like I have a lot of shine going on already with, I don't know if it's the lights or it's the blush. I don't know. Because like when I look in my mirror, it doesn't look this highlighted. So we're just going to go in with this color. I really like this highlight too. Oh, there it is. It's really nice. I really like it. Oh, sorry, it's shaking. Let's apply softly. Oh, eyebrows. Eva, don't forget to do eyebrows. Is that what happened? I will forget. I've done it. I remember one time I created this look for Valentine's Day. It's called Rocking My Berry Heart, I think I called it, if I remember correctly. And that was a time when I didn't do my eyebrows, guys. Okay, I didn't do my eyebrows because eyebrows were in, but I don't know. I just didn't do my eyebrows. Maybe because I just didn't think I needed to, or I didn't know how to. I mean, I don't do them like, you know, I don't do that whole concealer and all that jazz like I mentioned in the other video. But I didn't do my eyebrows is what I'm trying to say. And when I look back at that picture, I'm like, wow, if I would have just filled in my eyebrows, it would have been like, you know, to my exact liking is what I'm trying to say. So that was Hot and Heavy. I really like that. It's really pretty. Need to use that more. And I really love this blush. I actually had it in my collection and I was going through it because I was looking for something and I found it and I'm like, I'm gonna use this blush. And I am one that I hate to use stuff that you can't go out and purchase. But the problem with that is by doing that, I don't get to use all my makeup and then I had to throw away so many things and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to utilize what I have. So let's get the eyebrow stuff. We're going to use the Benefit, what is this one called? Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 4.5. And I really do like the packaging on this. So we're just going to go in here and we're just going to focus on, like I tell you guys, I focus on this little corner that I have here. Because this is the part that I feel like is not as noticeable. And then I go down and I just fill it in. So hopefully I will get to get the concealer from Fenty Beauty also and the powder so I can do a video for you guys. But what I'm trying to do before I buy anything else, I know I just bought the Jouer concealer, but I got that because honestly, I only have the one concealer from MAC that I use all the time. And after using the Jouer that one time, I'm just looking down at my mirror, you guys. I had to get it. I was like, I can't pass this up. I need to get this. I was like, this is awesome. This is amazing. I just was so impressed with it. I couldn't just wait to get it because that's another thing that I did before is that I would make this really long shopping list. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to go buy this. I'm going to go buy this. And then I would buy everything, right? But then what would happen? I would purchase it and then I wouldn't use it. Okay, I'm like, where's my spoolie? It's right, it was just here. So this is the spoolie from Benefit. See how that highlighter's just, I really like it. I think this is like the perfect color if you want to look very bronzed and tan, which who doesn't want to look bronzed and tan, right? What I find ironic is that if you see pictures of me when I was a kid, I mean, I was dark. I was in the sun all the time. I barely go outside now. I'm being honest with you guys. I barely leave my house just for things that I have to. But that has to do with, you know, the way I'm feeling. Because I do get like dizzy spells and stuff. They come and go. So when I do have them, I'm pretty much homebound. So yeah, I was very, very dark. I used to get such a tan. And that's like my family, my nickname was Morena, Negrita, because I was really, really dark. And then my hair back then was super, super straight. I had like no curls whatsoever. And I think that was because, you know, the Filipino side of me, I had that really Asian hair. And so I had people who would think sometimes that I was Indian. And I'm like, no, my family's from the Dominican Republic. And now I understand why my hair was the way that it was when I was a kid. Because I didn't find out till I was older having the Filipino heritage in me. I didn't know that. But I did have people always ask me, especially I had a friend in high school. She was from the Philippines, Abigail. And her dad used to always ask me, you sure your family's not from there? You look so much like the girls back home. And I would always tell him, well, if I am, I don't know. And there you go. He was right. Along with my sister's friend who said the same thing. I know your family's from there. You have Filipino in you, because she's Filipina. And she was right. So you see, that's what I do with my eyebrows. I just pencil them in. I don't do anything like fancy schmancy with them. I don't do that whole thing. That's a lot of, you know. And like I said, what fits for you, because I think it looks great when other people do it, but I don't think it looks great on me. Like I said, I've tried it, I've done it, maybe not on camera, but I've done it, and I'm like, no, that's not me. This color is a good shade. This 4.5, it's dark enough, but in all honesty, if I wanted to, I could go a shade lighter so my eyebrows don't look so dark. Like say if I went and I did my hair, which I would love to go get my hair done, you know, professionally, have someone else do it instead of me always cutting my own hair, have them like do a color, whatever. If I want a little lighter, then I will go a shade lighter so that my eyebrows don't look as dark. That's what I'm trying to say. So now we're gonna go in with the brow gel. This stuff, like I said, is awesome. So what I do is I use the flat side and then I just kind of spread it on the eye like that. And then I use the teeth on it to just comb it in. So if you want something with a very firm hold, try this one. If you want something that has a very soft hold, the MAC eyebrow gel, the clear one, has a very soft hold. If you want something that has a medium hold, then get the Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel. That is my favorite one to use, in all honesty. I just haven't repurchased it because, like I said, trying to use new product. And if it was up to me, I think I honestly would just use the same stuff over and over again. But then that'll get, you know, even boring for me, because we all have our favorites, our holy grail stuff. But, you know, it's kind of like eating chocolate cake every day. You'll be okay at first, but then after all, you'll be like, ugh, if I have to see another chocolate cake, ugh, you know? All right, so now I think we did everything with the eyebrows. Got everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do my hair. And we'll be back, and then we were going to apply the lip. All right, I know I forgot something. I forgot to do the setting spray. We're going to use today the Urban Decay All-Nighter Cherry Scented Setting Spray. And I bought this when I bought the Naked Cherry palette, and I haven't used it yet, so let's try that. Come on. All right. Smells like, it does smell like cherries, but it's not bad. Because some people are actually saying it smells like, what's that called? Robitussin? I don't think it smells like that at all. So, okay, so I'm going to do my hair and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, you guys. I just went and did my hair really quick. I just used a curly one that I have from NOUVEAU Forever, and I did a couple of little curls in my hair because it's a little bit flat right now. I need to wash it. It's what I need to do. And I sprayed a little bit of this in my hair, this magic root touch up to cover right here a little bit, because my grays are coming in. And I don't know why, but lately it's been looking like if I have powder here. So I just put a little bit of this to kind of freshen it up and make it not look so powdery the way it looks right now. So we're just going to go in with the lip. And this is, like I mentioned before, this is Patty Pout. And I believe, if I remember the story correctly, why he named it this is because this is what he used to call his signature red look, I think it was, when he was working at MAC. If I'm incorrect, I will put it in the description box, but I do know that he speaks about it in his video when he's talking about the collection. So you know what? I'm just going to link his video down below when this collection came out so you can hear from him directly what he says. So we're going to go with this red lip. And if you guys know me, I am not a red lip person, but as of lately, I've been enjoying wearing red lipstick. Something new for me. So let's go in. That's the applicator. Oh my god, tickled. I don't know why, but these applicators, when I first use them, lipstick, when it's like this, it tickles my lips. And I love the precision. I feel like I put a little bit on this side too much, so trying to get that out. So the applicator is very firm, but I think that's good when you're trying to put on something that's not too firm or too soft. So when trying to put on a liquid lip, you don't want it to be too flimsy because that's when you make a lot of mistakes. So I probably should have gotten a lip liner. I want to apologize. During the rest of this little clip in the video, I am way out of frame, and as it further goes along, it gets even worse. I'm so sorry about that. I left it in so you can see that these mistakes do happen, and that I did finish putting on the red lip. Let me see. Yeah, I'm a little messy on this side, but I can fix that once it dries. Actually, I put a little bit more in that corner. I think I could fix it. Let me just wipe off the excess on the applicator. So it's a little messy. I'll fix it when it dries down. But I actually like this red lipstick. And let me tell you, like I said, I am not a fan of red lips. For me to wear red lipstick, it's like I have to be in love with the shade. And let me tell you, this is really nice. And this is the first time I've actually tried any of the MAC liquid lipsticks. I know these have a particular name. It will be in the video. And people have raved about them, and this went on really well. It feels really comfortable on my lips, and it has that signature MAC smell with the vanilla, and I absolutely love that. So I think we put everything on. So this is the finished look. Let me get a little closer so you guys can see the eyes and the cheeks. The highlight is working. I love it. And here's the other side. So that is everything, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is another Beauty Nouveau session. Let me know what you guys think about me doing these type of videos, if you're enjoying them. I've been getting some really positive feedback, and as long as I get that, then I will continue filming this style of video for everyone. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.